pet sounded really interesting, and in general, I'd say it's not too bad. This was released in 2016. It's directed by Torrens, written by Jeremy Slater, with a cast including Dominic Monaghan, Sienna Solo, Jennette McCurdy, Nathan Parsons, and McDonald. And it's about an individual called Seth, and he kidnaps Holly and holds her captive underneath the animal shelter where he works, which as a setting makes sense. He's going to have access to cages. It makes a lot of sense. And the second half is really strong, but it did take about 40 minutes to get to the point. Now, it has a pretty good length. It's about an hour and a half, I think maybe just over. So while it is a tremendous amount of time, there was still a good enough amount of time left to flesh things out, but the pacing could have been a little bit better. Once we get to the point, though, it was pretty good. The characters are interesting. I was keen to find out more about them, particularly Seth. I really wanted to know more about him, his actions, his motivations, and I do think we get a reasonable sense of who he is. And we have some good dialogue between the characters. Visually, it's very good. The main location is great. We have great camera work. It's really easy to feel like we're there, which makes it a little bit easier to connect with the scenario, the situation a little bit more emotionally. I wouldn't say it's a heavy or emotional film, but certainly I felt something. Very impressive lighting. It's dark enough, but generally not too difficult to see anything. It's very believable. I'm very particular when it comes to lighting, and this one I thought worked really well for the film. Really great music, and in all, apart from a very slow start, it's not too bad. It ended up being a film that was pretty decent, thought-provoking, definitely some interesting character writing, really solid performances as well, good camera work and really impressive lighting. I don't really have any major complaints, so if you're considering watching it, I recommend it. It does take a while to become interesting, so stick with it, but it's definitely one of those films where I'd say it's worth it. It's worth persevering through the first 40 minutes. The first 40 minutes it's not a tremendously boring chunk of time, but the good stuff happens after that. So definitely worth persevering. Once it gets good, I'd say it becomes pretty decent. Good characters, great performances, visually pretty good, quite thought-provoking. I wouldn't say it's scary, but there are certainly some scenes that are a bit intimidating, and ultimately I came away from it feeling pretty satisfied with the experience.